Hey, welcome back to the show, everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. I know it's been a little while, there's been so much going on, but I'll just get straight into it. But in the meantime, while I was off, we did get a new little parrot, and his name is Ozzy. And there's a massive backstory behind this, but he's an Alexandrian, he's 6 years old. They're very beautiful birds, like they've always been one of my favourite parrots. And I used to have one in the past, you might have remembered in the day, his name was Sid, and he was a beautiful bird, but he had like a brain tumour or something going on. But anyhow, the story with this little guy, he's 6 years old, and the people that owned him just needed to rehome him for some reason. I don't exactly know why. He was well looked after, he's well fed, his plumage is beautiful. But my wife showed me an ad on Facebook and she's like, check this out. And this little Alexandrian, and his name is Ollie. And I was just like, oh shit, let's go, let's get in the car, we'll go get him. And we wrote the people and we had a story, and there's so many people interested because he was just a giveaway bird. They just wanted him to go to the right home where he'd get loved and looked after. And my daughter wrote a whole story about it, and they said, you guys are the right owners. So anyway, we picked up this little guy. I couldn't keep the name Ollie, but unfortunately, it would have been nice to keep it because it's been his name for 6 years, but I thought the next best that's similar to Ollie when we call him, when we talk, it would be Ozzy. And with everything going on, I thought it was pretty perfect. And so we've got little Ozzy now, and he's a super gentle bird. He doesn't like being touched with hands or anything yet, but really nice addition to our home. And I'm just trying to get them close with Mango and Oz, but there's like a pecking order thing going on right now. And he's just so gentle that I think Mango's a little bit dominating, and I don't want him to get hurt at all, so I'm just doing it really slowly. It's been a few weeks, but they take time, and we have time. But as far as the show goes, in my downtime, I was playing loads along with the quad Cortex and just trying to work things out and use it more in like a live sense in the room, and really just work it out and get more out of it, and rather than just like getting captures and just playing back and using it like an audio interface. I was trying to actually utilize it more and like split the signals and play live through cabinets and things, and it's just so awesome. But I've got some really cool ones to share. But just before we get into that, when I bought the Randall RH300, it was a while back and I did a video on it. It came with the 412 quad box down the bottom, and it was in actual like really bad repair, and I couldn't put it on the show straight away because it just needed so much love. Like the Tolex was all torn, the grill was missing, there was no logos, there was nothing about it. But I was stoked when I opened it up, and in the back there was just like 4 original UK V30s, and it weighs an absolute ton, these boxes. Anyone that has like an RX, I think the XLT412 cabs, you'll just know that they weigh a ton. But anyway, I went to a metal fabrication shop that works in like screen doors and windows and things, and they had some expanded metal grill, which I thought was just so cool, and I spray painted it black and cut it out and just fit it to the front of the cabinet, and it just looks so cool. It's slightly different, but it gives it that whole Dave Mustaine sort of look. And while I was off, I woke up in the morning. There's just so much to talk about, I'm sorry, but we'll get through it. When I was off and I got the info that Dave Mustaine is just making this last album, calling it quits, it was one of those times that just sort of hit me, and I was just like, wow, it's coming to a close. And I was halfway through making this, and it just was like, no, it's got to be a Megadeth cab. It just looks so cool. It's got a real Megadeth sort of heavy vibe to it. It's just really intense, this speaker. It's like trying to hold a bag that Tyson is hitting. Like you're just trying to back this thing up and you just feel it right in your chest. It's really cool. It's a great sounding speaker. And I've got it quietly hooked up to the quad Cortex, only at like bedroom levels. It's not going to hurt the bird's ears or anything like that. He's probably not even going to wake up. But I want to show you these presets for the quad Cortex. They'll all be on the cloud, all be able to be downloaded. Just check out Lamb Chopper 678 on the Cortex cloud. There's so many different like captures I've done in the past, like 80 or 90 captures or something. But now I'm just starting when I'm really happy with presets and I've been using them for a while. I've got a lot done, but there's only a few that I'm really happy with and I want to just share with you guys. And they'll all be there after this video. But anyway, the first one I just thought we'd get into, we've got Jakey Lee preset. It's just got that whole sort of flanger doubler sort of thing going on. Sounds very much like him. You get the idea there. It's just such a cool preset. It's great for solos, it's great for leads, it's cool just to sit with when you're just jamming away and you just got like a big epic sort of everything tone. It's really balanced. It's very cool. And when you get these presets, I just make this button down here just to be able to turn the cabinet on and off, just so in case you're playing live or you just want to use the IR that's built in with that. But it's a cool one all the same. And the next preset we've got Megadeth's Rust in Peace. It's just got that same fizz that's just really cool and super iconic. It's just so cool. I can jam on that album for days, and I always do. I just like play it start to finish for a warm-up exercise half the time, but it's just one of my favorite records of all time. Just so cool. Next preset, Killing Is My Business, and this is just a really cool preset as well. But when I was using the Headfirst Evil Joe amp, the purple amp, and just dialing so many cool tones, I actually got a really clean capture of that plexi style tone that I was just so stoked with. Like some really clean, easy tones are sometimes the hardest to get with Quad Cortex when you're making captures. Like they capture things like 95% of the way, but sometimes it just loses some of that, just, I don't know, that mojo that just makes it just like complete the tone completely. But this one just captured it perfectly, and I was just so stoked with that. It's just got that whole sort of real plexi sort of tweaked vibe that just sounds like the record. I just thought it was an awesome capture, but then I tried just putting a Proco Rat pedal that was built in with the software in front of that. That's the settings for the Proco Rat, the rodent drive, and straight away it was just a full Killer Mel sort of and you get the idea. It really just has that 80s vibe, just like that early Bay Area thrash. It's just so cool. It's a really nice capture. But after that one, and Justice for All. I'm just going to change guitars really quickly for this one. I know that pickups don't matter that much with sound, and I know speakers just make it even more, but I think EMG 81s have a super distinct sound and a tone that's either on or off, but I couldn't show you Injustice for All without actually having active EMG 81s, but and that's just a really cool preset. It sounds so cool through the room, through this speaker. Like, this speaker really does just have that whole Black Album and Justice for All, Megadeth, like everything that was V30 that I've grown up with. This speaker just seems to sound like all those records that are just so iconic to my ears. But that's the Injustice for All. It was actually off a video that we did, and I was slaving the Mesa Mark 525 into the JCM 800, and we just had that really crunchy sort of top end, and it just sounded so Injustice for All to my ears, and I thought it was really cool. There's loads of captures on there. You can see the name of them. They're all called Mesa 800, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did so many different captures, just tweaking them ever so slightly, adding a bit more bass or less mids, and so many different ones to choose from. But using this preset and just working it with the compressor just to get the right sort of, like that full compressed crunchy attack on the top, it just sounds so cool. It sounds great in the room or jamming on with the album. Persona non grata. I've got a couple of Exodus Gary Holt sort of tones here. This one was using the built-in Silver Jubilee that was actually within the software on it. But again, just using the right guitar. A lot of these presets, when I make them, I actually just dial them in and tweak them constantly using the same guitar, the same pickups that like Gary Holt used in the studio, the EMG HZ pickups. And I just really like to get the exact sort of as close as we can, so if anyone is using the same sort of gear, they have the same tone. But and that is just such a finger twister. I'm not warmed up at all. I just wanted to sit down and show you these presets, but you get the idea with that one. It sounds really cool even with the older stuff, but I do have a Tempo of the Damned preset as well, but we'll get to that. But it's just really cool. It's really clean and clear and just jams really well. It's heavy as hell. This is the other Gary Holt one that I've got for Tempo of the Damned, and it was utilizing a capture I did. It says Tempo of the Damned, but it was actually utilizing the SV20, the headfirst mod that we did, and this dial's the coolest Gary Holt tone ever. I think in the front end of that, I was just using like a mid boost. I could have been using my Nerve Agent boost along with the Wild Overdrive, and it was just insane. It just had that same sort of, I got to show you another day just dialing that tone in, but it's so cool. Had to stop there. I stuffed it up. And the last preset we'll get to is Jeff Waters' Alison Hell. Absolutely love this album. Love Annihilator. I find that is just so much fun to play. Super underrated. He always had like a really cool tone, and Seymour Duncan distortion pickups. They're sort of like a must doing any of the Jeff Waters stuff. You can get away with it with the JBs, but if you're a huge Annihilator fan, you've really just got to go with those distortions. Like the ceramic magnets, they just have more of like the crunch, heavier bass. It's just super distinctive sort of tone, but it's just got that whole sort of 80s vibe about it. Nice ambience on top, nice delay sort of reverb. It's just like really mid-focus, great for solos. It's so much fun. Just I love Annihilator. I love the whole quirky nature of the songs. It's just, the older that I'm getting, the more I'm just really appreciating the work that he did, and he's just so far ahead of his time. And it's just a shame that he had never got that absolute recognition. He should have been dominating a world stage with that line. But there you go. That's all the different presets that I just want to share with you guys. I'm really happy with them. I know when you first make a preset and you're playing for the first 5 minutes, you think, yeah, that's it. But you come back like the next day and it just, like something's missing. It just sounds off and you keep tweaking it. Well, that's been going on for months now, and these ones I've just stopped tweaking. I'm really happy with. But there you have it, guys. They're all the presets I've uploaded to the Tone Cloud under Lamb Chopper 678. Loads of captures there, as I mentioned before, and just so much content to download. The Quad Cortex and the Nano they're just such a cool platform, and I just love the capturing, and I'll always just be putting effort into making these awesome. But anyway, it was cool just to get back on the air, and great for you guys to meet Oz, and wake up, mate, Oz. But anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.